This fight against Danny Brados, he was coming off a good performance on the Rage show a few months before, if I remember correctly. Big lad, very big lad, good hands, switch stance. Going into it, I was very pumped up for this. I was excited. Yeah, so we'll watch this now and we'll react. So again, this one, it was quite intense on the stare off as well. When we were in the back, we were both kind of like yapping at each other, respectfully, but we were yapping like we we're gonna have a good scrap. So we wanted to put on a show, it was good. So off rip, I was trying to match his stance because we both switched stances. Again, the snap kick to the body, that was key here. I wanted to attack his body and make him fade. So I'm switching stances, gauging my range. Again, at this stage, I hadn't been working my boxing too much with Todd. So this was actually a fight where I wanted to sit down on my punches and get a little bit better with my hands. So again, we were kicking a lot, hitting into the body, money in the bank, as a lot of people like to say. But again, it was just stabbing him, keeping him, trying to keep my back off the fence, and keeping him at distance here. But again, I think the switching stances quite often, it confused him. I landed a good knee to the body there. And then I'm fairly sure I heard him wince. So then I start moving forward a little bit, letting my hands go. He caught me with a good left hook there. Again, just being smart though. Again, landed that snap kick. That one, on reflection, looks like it hurt him. I slowed him down, caught him again. I landed a good body shot there. Remember, I slipped his jab and then I caught the body shot. And then that one I blocked and I caught him with a nice left hook too. Checked his kick there. Move in, clinched to the body because he crowded me too much. A little bit, I don't want to say a cage grab actually. It's reaction, there's nothing too much. But again, just keeping that frame, keeping the body lock. He done a good job at controlling the inside. So I was just trying to flare the elbow just to land some knees, keeping my head in the well. Again, trying to keep position here. He landed a good knee there. Trying to wrestle a little bit. Just landing some dirty boxing. Again, I'm just hitting annoying shots to the body. And then he does a good job at reversing position here. And I remember he gets me down here, if I remember correctly. He does like a nice little bump double off the cage. Connected his hands. I was trying to hit a switch and I knew I didn't have it. My arm's trapped though, and I went for it. Me being... well, it was a mistake on my part, and he gets a nice little leg reap. But here, I could hear his corner, so I knew he was going to posture. So I was just staying patient, staying safe, trying to get his head to the correct side, get my head off the fence. I knew if he postured and I'm on the fence, he's in a good position to land some shots there. And so I'm here. If I remember correctly, I heeled him to the leg. I've got one butterfly hook, so I'm trying to work with this, create space. So again here I'm wrestling up. He landed a couple of good shots, but I duck out and I come out the back door here. So he's gone for a Kimura grip, and then I tried getting a leg reap and I couldn't quite get it. But again, I'm here, head into the armpit now, head into the well. He gets the overhook. I remember here I just wanted to break away. So again, I caught him with a nice left hook on the exit. He shot in, no setup though, so it was quite easy for me to sprawl. And then I threw a head kick on the break. And I slipped on my ass. It landed, but because I slipped on my ass, there was no power. It was like as I was falling over. But I knew going into this one, I'd hit him to the body quite a bit, and there was some good shots in there. And then he was forced to wrestle. So going into the second, as much as I was feeling it a little bit, I knew he was probably feeling it a little bit more. And then you'll see in round two, I started to pick the pace up a little bit. Round three is where I kind of got into that flow state. But round two, again, it was, there's me slipping. Yeah, round two, I started to establish my distance a little bit more. But yeah, and I could tell from his demeanor as well. I know some fighters are different, but like I stand with my back to the fence looking at my opponent, and my dad was talking to me. He said I got that round, but obviously he did secure the takedown, so you never know with the judges. And because you're going so fast in the fight, you can never know. But I did think I thought that won that round going into that, like coming into the second. Again, touch gloves, move in, using my lateral movement, switching stances. Again, try not to keep my back on the fence. But again, I landed a nice head kick there. I'm just going to back it up ever so slightly. I switched stance and I fainted a straight left. and then I caught him with a good high kick, and I knew that hurt him a little bit. So this is where I start going to the clinch, landing my knees. I will say I've got good knees. I knee pretty hard, I can't lie. Caught me with a nice, you caught me with a nice shot there. And then this is where I started to wrestle a little bit. Like I said, I'd hurt him to the body, he'd wrestled me. So now I thought, let me re-wrestle with him, make him work a little bit more. So again, he keeps going for this Kimura grip. So I'm using it to try and escape out to the back. He does a good job of actually rebuilding his base from that position. But yeah, so I framed on him, got the swan neck, and I landed a nice head kick on the exit. Give him something to think about when he is clinching with me. Again, switching stances, moving, nice leg kick there. Duck round, tip the back. Lovely little duck under, if I say so myself. Try going for this Turkish reap. Couldn't quite get it, but now I'm just using it to hook the leg, make myself heavy on him. Like I said, I wanted to wear him. I knew I'd tired him out in the first. So at this stage, I wanted to. Here, he does a good job at getting his head position. So I've got him on the fence, but he's probably got the dominant position with the head, hence why he was able to take me off. He landed a decent knee there. I've got long gangly arms, so I can actually tie up the arms quite efficiently. Landed a good knee there, landed another good exit shot, and then he threw in flurries. But again, because he was rushing in so much, I was able to just duck under and secure the position. I landed a nice head kick from the clinch here. I think that really caught him off surprise here. Failed attempt at a leg sweep there. But again, just knee in the legs. I can hear Mark shouting in the corner for me to knee. He told me off for that quite a bit, so I could have kneed way more. But I did land a nice hammer fist on the exit there. Tobias, my teammate, he loved that one. But again, defensively I'm sound. He landed one good shot, but again, I was taking a lot of the shots on the arms and moving with them. And then again, because he was striking and flurries so much, and he wasn't necessarily keeping his range, he was kind of just almost kind of like a karate blitz. I was able to take him down just when he was rushing in. So again, just making him work on the fence here. You can see my friend who's there in the white t-shirt in the background clapping for me. Me and Uzair go back to Morrison's when I was working there part-time. But again, just staying busy in the clinch, making him work. Okay, I had a nice leg position, so I was able to drag him to the floor. Again, just knee him, head position, making it uncomfortable for him, elongating his spine, making him come up tall. Again, we've got 20 seconds left of the round. Again, I'm just landing shots, trying to stay busy. I'm pretty sure he reversed his position here. I tried going for a bloody treetop takedown. I don't know who I thought I was. But yeah, he then shoots in here. I go for a guillotine. That's it, me being silly, jumping gilly. And then, yeah, he gets the takedown. But again, I thought I was 2 rounds up going into this one. So I don't remember specifically what my dad was saying. Again, it was a little while ago. But again, I kind of knew I was 2 up. I didn't feel he'd done anything of significance to be winning the rounds. Again, I landed a good head kick at the start of the round, and then I secured a couple of takedowns. Granted, I didn't do too much with the takedowns, but still, I was kind of the one pushing the pace. Danny did throw some good shots, but again, I thought I landed the better shots. Here, again, I was tired, but I knew Danny was tired going into this. Again, like I said, money in the bank in the first round. Those boiler shots ain't no joke. And like, I can be a nasty boy when I start flicking those teeps into your gut. So yeah, going into this one, I was feeling myself here, I can't lie. And yeah, I kind of, like I said, I couldn't let Danny grow into his stride. So in this round, I was very much in my stride. Again, nothing but respect. But again, here, I just felt I was just in a good place. So I landed a good head kick. Teeps again, and then he starts going for him, and then he threw I want to say he throws a kick. He actually cut my shin open. I've literally got a scar on my leg still from checking the kick. Actually, no, my leg was bleeding at this stage. But again, checked, evade, nice little layback, switch stance, jab cross, landed a lovely shot here. And then this is kind of a good flurry here. This is, if you follow me on Instagram, @JackWoodard MMA, you'll see this one on there. I was just landing, we were exchanging some good shots. But this is where I really start to mix it all up. Again, mixing my boxing, I'm landing some good shots, flowing. Again, still switching stances, nice head kick. That caught him. Right hand into the body clinch, the body lock, break away, head kick landed. And then this is where I have to say, Danny Browder's probably one of the toughest men I've ever fought, because I hit him with everything in the kitchen sink, and the guy was still there. Tried going for a 3/4 Nelson turnover here, didn't quite get it. Shout out to Snake Pit Wigan, they were the one that showed me that. Kicked into the head, landed some body shots, changed level, connected the hands, bumped the shoulder, and then I was able to get the takedown here. And then yeah, try getting the leg tie, couldn't quite get that. And then yeah, and then here I'm just trying to make sure my head's above his, using my head to keep him down. But again, he's so sweaty here, and because I knew I'd hurt him, I can hear my dad screaming, trying to get the finish. So again, here my arms are full of lactic acid, but I'm just trying to let my hands go. And then yeah, we got like 1:20 left. I think I hit a switch here. Hammer fist, yeah, that was it. He stalled there, so I started hammer fisting him, forcing him to move. I was trying to go for the ninja choke. I remember, and then I hit the switch here actually, get the Kimura grip, and I sit through. Landed on my knee kind of funny there. Low-key hurt a little bit, I can't lie. But again, got the switch, able to take the back. Again, just trying to strike, trying to hit him. These are where the assault bite workouts come in. Punched him in the face, kicked him in the face again, landed some shots, sprawled on him again. And then yeah, it's just controlling. Again, trying to go for the 3/4 Nelson turnover. Tried going for a dart. Bailed on that. And then yeah, I'm still trying to turn him over. And I almost got it, but again, lactic acid build-up, not quite the correct technique. Tried going for a standing ghillie here, but again, he's a BJJ purple belt. He's probably been in a bunch of standing guillotines, but my tired ass is not getting him with that. And then he goes for a takedown, doesn't quite get it. I tried stepping over, but again, both tired here. He gets top position, but his last 10 seconds. At this stage, I knew I'd done enough to win. So I was kind of just there, just staying safe, holding on to him. Me and him were just talking, we had chops into one another, whilst he was on top of me there, but yeah. And then I hit him with the oos. Nothing but respect, always keeping it peaceful. Again, as much as we were chopping before the fight and chomping at one another, I hit the little Mbappe there, the little boop. But that's because I turned around on my mates were there, and I said I'd do that when I saw my friends, so I've done that. But yeah, and then it just goes into some highlights again. But yeah, I'd probably say that's one of my most complete performances in terms of like all aspects of MMA. Got to mix it up. I showed a nice clinch game, showed good takedowns. I was able to reverse positions. There was cage work, the switching stances. Again, it's probably one of my better performances to date. That wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed me waffling. If you want to listen to more or see more content come in, trust me, we've got a lot of stuff coming in the pipeline. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, tell your mother, tell your nan, tell your dad, tell your granddad. All right, big things coming on the horizon. All right, again, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you watching. And as always, peace. See you soon.